So do you understand
You're gonna
that this is an orthographic view? This is not actually how perspective works. This is only a representation of the setup. It
Is this
doesn't
angle
include
here?
perspective.
No.
Is
So
this
if
the
you were
angle
to-
you're talking about?
No. If you were to draw two lines from the eye to the object, those two lines get closer together as you lower.
So 2 lines from the eye to the object.
So on the right hand
we
side of
gotta-
the page, you draw an eye at the top and an eye at the bottom. There you go.
An
Another
eye
man
at the top.
Yeah, so another man underneath.
Okay.
And then on the left hand side, you draw a box, you know, whatever size
An
you like.
object you're looking at, yeah.
Yeah, and then from the top man's eye, you draw a line to the top of, so the top left hand corner of your box. And then you do the same, top left hand. There you go. And then from the eye again. No. So you're just ignoring me now. So from the same observer, you now draw from the eye exactly the same to the bottom of it. The bottom right hand corner. Wow.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Bottom right. There you go. Then just do the same with the guy at the top, on the bottom.
Okay.
Right. So his angle becomes smaller as he decreases. Simple.
Well, that's kind of a negligible. Oh, okay. So you're talking about this angle here.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah, that angle doesn't really change that much, though.
No, but it's
right.
angle compared. In
So if
relation
it doesn't
to the
change
flat
that
surface
much,
you're
hold on,
standing
Owen. So the guy at the bottom, can you see the top of the box?
Well, it kind of depends on how I draw it, but if he's above,
How much of the top of the box, based on exactly how you've drawn it, now draw another line on the top of the guy's, draw it to the top left-hand corner of the box. Yeah. Now do the same exact thing with the top guy. Draw a line from the guy's eye to the top right-hand corner of the box on the top guy. Right, now can you see how the top angle has got a wider angle to the top of the box than the bottom guy?
Okay, yeah.
So he's going to see a nice clear image of the top of that box. What do you think the bottom guy's going to see of the top of that box? Is he going to see a little sliver?
Yeah, he's not going to see very much of the top.
Oh, that's interesting. So his angle's got smaller then, to the top of the box.
How does that affect the bottom of
Excuse
buildings?
me, shut up, Alan. So you see that it has got smaller.
Yeah, that was a little bit rude.
Well, I was talking to you. You who have not considered any of this, and I'm having to school you in.
Well, I mean, like, but what we're talking
just
about is how
answer
much
my
of the
question.
front that they can see.
Do you see that he has a smaller angle to the top section of that box? He can still see the top of the box, right? But to him, it's going to be a really tiny little sliver, even though he can still see the top of the box, all of the box. It's not obscured by anything, but the smaller angle means he's going to see less of the top of that box, isn't he?
Yeah, but I'm not talking about, like, with my Backloo Island example. I'm talking about the front of the island.
Right,
is
good
what I'm
luck.
looking
We're
at.
talking about this.
So the angle's got smaller, right, Wiggles?
Well, yeah, that angle gets smaller, but I don't
Excellent.
see how...
So we have a concession. So the angle decreases. answer me this, Wiggles. When you do your curve maths for your religious faith, does it take into consideration the angular changes that occur when you raise or lower your position?
You don't need to take that into
Sorry,
account.
that's not what I
know the
asked.
answer.
I didn't ask
I know
who's
the-
talking. Shut up, whoever's talking. So, it does not account for this angular change that does definitely occur when you do your religious mathematics. You don't take this into account. Don't tell me if it needs to or not. Just say no, Nathan. Our holy globe maths that assumes R does not take what I've just demonstrated with my own scribbles to the audience into account. Just say no. I'm going to have to modify my language slightly, so I'm going to stop calling it perspective omitting curve calculator, or, begging the question, proof of nothing perspective omitting curve calculator, and change it to perspective hijacking, because upon closer examination the entire calculation is just a co-opting or hijacking of perspective. It's not like one element has just ignored perspective, which is what I've been essentially saying. So it's a hijack, not an omission. And I think I'll have to modify my language from now on to say exactly that. You will concede that your maths for your religion that assumes R does not take the very thing you've conceded does happen into effect. It does not.
Oh my god.